What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV, man. I know it's been a little over a week since I made a video, but I had a lot of stuff going on. But look, the important thing is I'm back and I'm back better than ever. And it's time for us to have some important conversations. A lot of stuff going on across sports, across national media. A lot of things going on and some stuff I got to get off my chest, right? I saw something recently that pissed me off, so I got to address it. I'm watching Vlad TV, DJ Vlad's platform on YouTube. Sean Prez is interviewing Benzino. And Benzino, and y'all know who Benzino is. Benzino is a former head of the Source magazine. He's a former rap artist. He's the father of the emerging rap artist Coi Leray. And a lot of y'all may know him from Love and Hip Hop. Sean Prez is interviewing Benzino, and they're discussing the murder of Young Dolph. And in that discussion, Benzino starts talking about why we ain't saying Black Lives Matter at that point, where Black Lives Matter at that point, why Black Lives don't matter then, and where's the marches and so why ain't nobody marching and all this and all of that. I'm looking in the comments section. There's other supposedly black folks. I don't know, because you'll never know who's behind these YouTube profiles. And people on that talking about they black and they agree. Why ain't nobody saying Black Lives Matter then? And why ain't no marches going on for Young Dolph and all this and all of that and all this other stuff that going on in the hood? Why is no marches when dudes in the hood killing each other? So on and so forth, right? So let me just, that's a layered conversation, but let me just start with this, because this shit is pissing me off. And the reason why it's pissing me off, because black folks get on prominent platforms and start regurgitating the talking points of the majority population who happen to be conservatives. They start talking the same shit they talk in order to deflect away from law enforcement unjustly killing black folks, right? When they don't want to have that discussion about law enforcement unjustly killing black people who are unarmed, they start diverting to what about Chicago and all that other bullshit, right? And as a Chicago resident, this shit is like, I'm gonna tell you why this shit is pissing me off, right? Because they're trying to deflect away from having the conversation at hand. So, I'm going to just say this. The reason why you don't hear nobody saying Black Lives Matter when stuff go on in the hood is because the slogan, the phrase Black Lives Matter was created in order to counteract police brutality, right? It was created in order to bring awareness to the fact that law enforcement who is supposed to protect and serve were killing unarmed African American people who were not a threat to them at all, right? When we saw Alton Sterling get killed, when we saw Philando Castile get killed, when we saw Eric Garner get choked out, when we heard about Sandra Bland, so on and so forth, we saw all these different incidents of unarmed African American people being killed. Like, people were saying black folks had enough, black folks tired, black folks sick of the bullshit. So a slogan was created from that saying Black Lives Matter, and that slogan was for police brutality and police brutality only. So they're not going to be saying Black Lives Matter around stuff that go on in the hood, because that slogan is attached to police brutality when law enforcement gun down unarmed black people, right? Now, people are going to say this. Does Black Lives Matter only when it's a white man killing when a white man killing a black man? Hell the fuck no, it does not. Right? I'm a black man that love my black folks, and I'm born and raised in Chicago. I'm so Chicago right now, you cut my arm. 773 will fall out my arm, for real. And I love my people, and I love where I come from. So I care about all the young kids in the hood. That shit bothers me when I see black folks killing other black folks and so on and so forth, right? But these other communities will talk all that shit. Black folks killing black folks like they don't got not gang violence. When they don't got people acting like they don't got people in their own communities killing each other in their own communities. And I know they do, because I watch enough goddamn forensic files to know that white folks kill white folks, Asian folks kill Asian folks, Hispanic folks kill Hispanic folks all the time, right? But it's crazy how this shit is brought back on us, when we try to have a conversation about law enforcement unjustly killing black folks. Is what about stuff going on in the hood, and what about the black on black crime, which is some other bullshit in itself. But anyway, yeah, but the reason why you don't hear people saying Black Lives Matter when stuff going on in the hood, because Black Lives Matter was something associated with police brutality. And again, we know Black lives do matter for sure to our people, but that slogan was specifically for that, right? So let's go to another layer of this conversation. Because a lot of people are not willing to go there, but y'all know me. Y'all know Mac gonna go there regardless. I don't give a fuck who like it and who don't like it, right? Now, when young dudes is getting killed, young dudes, whether it's rappers that perpetuate a street lifestyle, that's rapping about street life nonstop, they're engaging in behavior that they know will be detrimental to their, that's really detrimental to their well-being, right? When they're engaging in theatrics that are over the top, that could be antagonizing certain individuals. Why do y'all expect for black folks to come out here in the streets marching for that, right? I remember when King Von, Chicago native, Chicago brother, when he got killed, is people in there, where Black Lives Matter at when this stuff happened. Brother Von and them are grown men. They grown, they made their bed, they chose to live their lifestyle openly, willingly, with no apologies about it. They chose to be ripping and running the streets, doing all type of heinous behavior. Why the fuck would black folks be in the streets marching for men who chose to live a lifestyle that they know will perpetuate their early demise? That were expedite their early demise. I mean, not expedite their demise, basically, right? Why would people be marching for that? Why would people be marching for dudes that was out here willingly, grown ass men that were willingly engaging in a lifestyle that is very counterproductive to living a long time, right? Why would people? I'm not like, look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm not marching for nobody that's out here gang banging, killing other folks, and antagonizing other individuals on the daily, right? And listen, I love Von music. Von would be looking at folks crazy, God be Von people, probably his own people probably be like, bro, like what? Why y'all marching? Like, what I'm saying? He probably would look at that crazy. Because they know the lifestyle that he lived, and he lived by the gun, and unfortunately, horrifically, he died by that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they know that Von stood on everything that everything that he rapped about is what he lived. He stood on, and it was what it was. It was terrible. But why would people be marching for individuals who openly engage in a whole bunch of street antics that lead to nothing but negativity? Grown people. And I'm not talking about young teenage little boys or nothing like that. That's different. But when grown men actively decide to jump into the streets and do all type of crazy, wild behavior that is just not conducive to living a long life, they do all type of heinous acts and stuff like that, allegedly, why would people be marching for that? People often march for innocent people who were, killed unjustly, who were killed, minding their own business, being good civilians, being regular good Samaritans or whatever like that, and they got killed. People march for those individuals, not people who were engaging in street antics, who were, engaging in menaced behavior, and then something happened to them. Ain't nobody gonna be marching for that. Who the fuck marching for that? I'm not. And a lot of folks in the crib ain't marching for that either, right? And even the conversation surrounding around young Dolph, people don't even want to go there, right? Because they saying, Dolph was such a family man, and while that brother had a beautiful family, beautiful woman, beautiful children, you know what I mean? And he seemed to be very philanthropic. That wasn't the image he was selling to the public. Let's be very real. Let's be very clear about that. People don't want to say it. I know it's bad because he just lost his life, but that wasn't the image he was putting out there to the public. It wasn't. But, man, listen. Dolph was out here dissing, saying that he fucked Yo Gotti baby mama in every single song of his. Every album he was saying, he let it be known, proudly beating his chest that he fucked Yo Gotti baby mama. Excuse my language. That was something that he was proud of and boasting all the time to antagonize a whole nother man that's also in the streets. When you do stuff like that, people got to know. It's only going to be some negative outcomes from that. Ain't nothing positive going to come from that. And I'm not saying, I don't know if Yo Gotti and them had anything to do with his death at all. But if he was doing stuff like that with Gotti, just imagine some other stuff he was doing with other individuals, right? When his car got shot up, those 100-something times, he was out there antagonizing the shooters all the time and so on and so forth. I'm not saying that he deserved to die. I'm not saying that King Von, none of these individuals deserve to die, because they are also black men like me. They come from a lot of the same circumstances that I may have come from. Not the exact same, because, we were brought up different. We were raised up different. But I'm saying they came from poverty-stricken situations in the hood, just like I came from, right? So I do care about these, I care about black folks and black folks dying and so on and so forth, right? But at the same time, when a man is engaging in all those type of antics and theatrics, why the fuck would anybody be marching for that? Why? When a grown man is openly, engaging in behavior that's just not going to be it's Negative things can come from that, right? Like I said this with Dolph, you know, and I don't doubt that he's a great father, a great partner, so on and so forth. But when you get to a certain level, and not even a certain level, you could be a regular smegular dude like me. When you openly keep talking about how you fucking somebody baby, how you fuck somebody baby mama all the time, beating your chest about it, that's a recipe for disaster, brother. And again, I don't even think that had anything to do with it. But I'm saying it's just like if you reckless like that at one point in your life, then I know some other stuff was going on possibly as well. I don't think the shooting was random. I don't think it was even an act of jealousy. I think it was some street stuff that went bad, unfortunately, right? But again, if you acting like that in that lane, I can even imagine how you are in another lane with other individuals, right? Because I told folks, man, when I heard Dolph doing that so much, I'm like, I would never do that, right? And again, I know I ain't no street dude. I'm a bookworm, but I come from the same hoods that a lot of I spent my childhood in some wild hoods. And I had situations with individuals for real that I never, like I promise y'all, it's certain places you cannot go. Once you cross that line, it's up there and shit can go left at any moment. Certain things certain places you ain't supposed to go with your words and certain things you say because you know some ain't no coming back from certain situations. You talk out here boasting about fucking a dude baby mama and trying to embarrass him. And when a man is embarrassed and you trying to clown him, it's no telling what that man will do when a man is embarrassed. There's no telling what limits he'll go to. Like you don't know. That's why you got to be cool on all of that, man. But like again, if a man is openly engaging in street behavior and street antics, why the fuck is the hood supposed to be marching for a dude that's like just engaging in reckless behavior all the time? That's out here like perpetuating negative stereotypes of black folks out here like as a grown man. Why will people be marching for a dude that's out here like being a menace? Why? Why would people be marching for menaces? That shit don't make sense. That's some shit that sound good at these dudes' mouth. They say that shit and why they try to sound like they so enlightened or profound. Why Black Lives Matter? Why Black Lives don't matter then? Why ain't nobody marching in? Because why the fuck would we be marching for a menace? What fucking sense do that make? Why the fuck would we be in the streets with a picket sign for a menace? A dude that's out here being a menace out here on Bully Town with every fucking body out here going crazy, going like I'm not even talking about the rappers at this point. Other dudes too. If it's street dudes in the hood that's getting killed, and you know this dude is a menace, he out here bullying other motherfuckers. He putting other people in bad positions. He out here, he cutthroat on every single business he own. He's a relentless type of dude. He wild, reckless type of dude. If he on that type of time, why the fuck would people be in the streets marching for that? Like, why would we be marching for a person who was out here being an absolute menace? It don't make no sense. Furthermore, people out here marching for you, they get brought into some bullshit that you got going on, whatever beef you got going on with other motherfuckers all throughout the city or whatever. They get brought on to that beef for marching for you. All this type of crazy shit. Like, nah, bro. Ain't nobody marching for nobody that's openly engaging in a lifestyle that they know this shit is never gonna end good. You out here being a gangster, you stand on your gangster principles, and you rock out alone as a grown man who's a gangster. I ain't talking about for the young kids and young teenage little boys. I'm talking about for these grown men who out here talking about they the biggest gangsters on the block, and you being on gangster time, stand on gangster time. Stand on whatever come with the gangster shit, whether it's death, whether it's jail, you stand on that, right? And of course, your family is gonna mourn you, your own loved ones and your friends, they gonna mourn you and all this and all that, and that's cool, rightfully so. No matter what lifestyle you live, your family gonna love you and cherish you no matter what because that's your family. But other civilians in the hood supposed to be marching and holding up picket signs or whatever and saying Black Lives Matter when, nah, bro, you out here bullying other people? You out here bullying other folks and out here being a damn savage, a demon with other folks? Man, hell no. Why the fuck would we be marching for menaces and demons? Make that make sense to me. Why the fuck would people be marching for demons? We not doing like self-proclaimed demons. We marching for people who are innocent, who had no dealings in the street, who wasn't even who had nothing to do with nothing, who were innocent bystanders or just innocent regular civilians getting killed. That's what we marching for babies, for little kids, for young folks that's out here lost and misguided, young children who out here lost and misguided and doing all type of crazy stuff. Even that, right? I even got a soft spot for young little kids out here that's out here running around reckless. But when you're a grown ass man You make that bed, brother, like that's for you and that's between you, God, your family, and your loved ones. Everybody else don't got to be out here on the front lines marching and all that type of stuff. And we know you was a demon. We know you was out here, you was preaching a certain type of lifestyle and you was living that same shit. Nah, bro, you out here doing regular shit. We can't be out here. We ain't out here holding up picket signs and shit. And that shit sound fucking stupid. Why would we do that? Why would we do that? You know what I'm saying? Because the same, like Benzino come say that same shit. Where Black Lives Matter at then? Why ain't nobody talking about why we ain't in here doing? He the same dude that say, hey man, ain't no snitching on the block, man. Somebody get killed, ain't no snitching on the block. He the same motherfucker that'll say some shit like that. So to try to sound profound and act like, oh, Black lives don't matter then, trying to sound so profound and so like acting like he's saying something so new and innovative and refreshing, trying to sound like the motherfuckers in the majority population who try to divert conversations away from police brutality amongst black people. So he's trying to sound just like them, trying to like, I don't know why the fuck black folks be saying that dumb shit in the first place. The shit don't make sense for all the reasons I just outlined, right? Again, the word Black Lives Matter, the phrase was created for police brutality amongst black folks only. That phrase was created specifically for that. Also, again, we ain't out here marching for no motherfucking street demons and street bullies. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not having my family doing this shit. I'm not having my kids out here marching for a motherfucker that was a demon and a menace and was out here causing hell on earth for everybody. The fuck out of here. That what type of sense do that shit make at all? Benzino cut the bullshit, and all you other people in the comment section, I mean, he got a point. Why the fuck ain't no marches going on? It be marches going on. And for all my time living here, it's always been organizations too, specifically for gang violence, for gun violence, so on and so forth. I've witnessed all these different organizations going on or being created in the hood all the time. It just doesn't get talked about because it's not quote unquote sexy to sell to the public in the national media. The national media ain't never gonna talk about these moms, mothers, fathers, grandfathers, grandparents, brothers and sisters marching throughout the streets to end gang violence, to end gun violence all throughout the hood. It's not going to get coverage. It's just simply not, because nobody care about that shit. They more concerned about saying, oh, it was 20 people shot in Chicago over this weekend. They more important saying that shit than rather they more focused on reporting that than reporting on the initiatives that are being created within the hood to try to counteract those things, right? So I want to say that too, because everybody going to be like, ain't nobody trying to do nothing in the hood about the shit. It's a lot of folks in the hood trying to do stuff about it all the time. All these different organizations that have been created all the fucking time. I'm gonna make a list of all the organizations in Chicago that's been created to counteract all type of violence in the hood. And I'm gonna just name them all. I ain't do the research right now on all the different names, but I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna name drop all of them so all y'all can stop that bullshit about ain't nobody in Chicago caring about the shit. But the biggest point is, we not out here marching for no motherfucker that's a demon. We not standing on business for them. Hell no. That's between God, his family, and you know what I mean, and whatever, and the individual that unfortunately took his life. But we ain't out here standing on the front lines for that. We not. It don't make sense, man. It just not. It just doesn't make sense at all. You know, but there are initiatives in the hood created all the time for specific things. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not marching for no motherfucker that's a demon. What the fuck? Hell no. I'm marching for somebody who was killed unjustly. I'm out here protesting the life of somebody who was killed unjustly, who had their lives taken, you know, just being a regular everyday person. Everybody, he ain't doing nothing to nobody, or she ain't doing nothing to nobody, and they get their lives taken. But for a fucking demon, talking about in the street and stuff going on in the hood and nobody protesting it. In the hood, a lot of this shit be going on between dudes that's out here demons, on demon time. And ain't nobody marching for them but they family. And even their own family be knowing what type of time they family members on. They like, man, my cousin, we love him to death. Or, you know, my brother, we love my brother to death. Is people saying, I heard people say this. I love my brother to death. You know, we grew up like 2 peas in a pod, but I know my brother was out here doing some foul behavior. I'm sad and hurt that he's no longer here with us, but I ain't gonna get in the streets and march for him. And I know my brother was out here doing foul stuff. He was living a foul life. They being a realist about the situation, and I want everybody else to be a realist when it comes to certain stuff going on in the hood and talking about why is no marches, why ain't nobody saying Black Lives Matter then. Y'all got to be a realist about this shit, man. And I care about my people just like y'all do. But when grown men make up their mind, you can't stop a grown man from doing what the fuck he want to do. He going to do whatever he want to do at all costs, right? His mind is made up. He going to go and lead the life that he want to live. You can try to, when they're growing and they're kids, you can try to sway them to the right direction. Even as grown men, you can try to sway them into the right direction. But at the end of the day, these dudes is grown. They're gonna do what the fuck they want to do at the end of the day, and it is what it is, man. Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out. Peace.